stuff.
Man, I hope Payne's taking notes right now. These are some great pointers, Slacks.
You know, in Dream League, a team did come up to me and they said that they could hear us during the drafting panel and that they had to actively put on their headphones to try to stop from hearing me because my ideas were so stupid, but they couldn't stop thinking about how wrong they were, and it ruined the drafting phase for them. So
I could actually see that, yeah.
It just got them into like the reverse captain's mode kind of mentality.
All you have to do is convince one person, right? If one person on the team is like, oh yeah, that hero, no, that hero's really good here, and then the captain's like, just stop, please don't listen to that.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, Payne versus Mineski.
There he is.
Yes, Payne Gaming, you know what you have to do.
Our first series continues. Mineski just needs one win to eliminate Payne and move on to the semifinals.
Oh, what a filthy pool here. We got the Lycan again. We got Broodmother, Meepo, and Techies.
Naga Siren's also in the pool. We've got Shadow Fiend.
Ah, there's a big one. Faceless Void. You were talking about them a lot in the group stage. A huge hero, and we finally see him up for grabs here.
Yeah, throughout the qualifiers of Captain's Draft, he was the most picked hero.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's the Abe Lincoln hat. You weren't lying. It actually was not back there.
Okay.
Thanks, camera.
I knew it was stolen.
Great job.
They found it. They couldn't find you earlier, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he wore it out, I think, is what happened. And then they forgot about it.
Where all our wigs went.
Well, it looks like they've shed the wigs on the side of Payne, so maybe this will be the upgrade.
Oh, shit.
Look.
Oh, it's a Techie's first ban.
Come on, Mineski. What do you do? You jerks. Who's going to first pick Techies?
But
they
Slacks,
can hear you.
Maybe this makes, adds a little credence to your argument that Techies is such a threat, he must be first banned.
Low-key broken.
Okay, he does. I would say if you're the underdog, that Techies could potentially be very good. Obviously, Blast Off level 1 is easy to get kills with if anybody else on your team does some damage. And then having to move into a mid-game, there's a chance that Mineski would get thrown off their game a little bit. It's basically like the cheesiest hero in the game, probably. And that its playstyle is so weird. It's not as cheesy as it used to be when you could stack mines on the same spot, but it's still very obnoxious sometimes. So
now,
yeah,
boys,
and cheese.
I want to point out a lot of scary pushing heroes in this team, right? We've got Lycan. I saw a Dragon Knight up there. I saw a Chen, not a hero that we've really talked about much in Captain's Draft, but can be pretty good in those cheesy type moments to get some early momentum, try to seal out a game.
Definitely a strong
also Pugna
hero.
And Jakiro in the pool. So.
Yeah, I really like the Chen idea, actually.
Chen, huh?
10 seconds
It's been a long
remaining.
time. When's he going to get a new ult already?
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
You don't think it fits?
Crappy.
It is kind of weird. It's just like mech.
Maybe.
Yeah. If I get it off in time.
Oh, mechanism. That's my ultimate.
Yeah.
Pretty horrible.
It's not great, I would agree. The
Any
cooldown is just way too long.
Any suggestions for new ult, Spurge?
I don't know if I want to go there, man.
You take over a hero like you take over creeps. Just kidding.
10
Not
seconds
actually. That's
Super
terrible.
enchant?
That's awful.
What if you could charm towers?
5 seconds
Well,
remaining.
What,
somebody
it starts
else's
hitting
idea.
at them, and you can't take the tower.
It's not the Ag's tiny idea. You grab the tower for your
They try to run back to your fountain, and then you take over the fountain, and it kills them.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for the
Great
Naga to
mechanic.
make it through. For the possibility of the Ice Naga kind of style. I think he was also playing it around that time frame when it was being used in like a solo safe lane, like when KP was doing
10
it.
seconds remaining.
But
All right, Mineski, first pick. What's it going to
5
be?
seconds.
Void,
Radiant
Shadow
team
Fiend.
picked.
That's it, BSF.
And Lycan's still in the pool, actually. He did not get banned, so we could very easily see him pick this game.
Guys,
hear me
let
out.
me tell you about Lycan.
Okay.
Now, this hero is crazy. He is really strong right now, though, for real. Very hard hero to deal with. And we talked yesterday on the panel
10
about any
seconds
hero that can
remaining.
help you win a team fight and then help you secure objectives
5
afterwards, like that
seconds
Rasta
remaining.
type deal. You win a team fight, drop wards, push a tower. Lycan fits into that category.
Come on, Pain Game. Give me
Radiant
something
There he
cool.
is.
Wow. Got it. Great call, Zyori.
Thanks, Slacks.
Everyone clap for Zyori. He picked Lycan. Yes, thank you, crowd.
Gosh darn right,
It only
Slacks.
took 6 games where it was banned in the first phase.
Wowee.
Well, all right.
So we're gonna
10
channel up here or what?
seconds remaining.
On Lycan Chen, get that helm. Think of the helm of the Dominator with those two heroes, with all the
5
changes.
I don't think you need.
seconds remaining.
It's a little overkill, I feel.
That's the name of the game.
I mean,
in
if
Captain's
anything,
Draft.
you need a lot of like split pushing, kind of like. It's Lycan can hit buildings, but it's better if he's kind of by himself. You don't necessarily want the enemy team to be there, so if you can push in other lanes, it can be a really nice combo. He's got to be a little worried about like Yule's one shots though. That's always like the scary thing about playing strength heroes, I feel.
It's true. What did we see yesterday? Oh, it was the Naga Shadow Fiend. That was the combo that we saw banned out so much. The net into triple raise.
It worked out really well.
Not really a great way here to do it other than
Okay, boys.
Pretty safe.
A little push Dota.
Yep, and it's a 5. So kind of covers a lot of bases, pushing towers, decent team fighting, decent damage.
Makes you not want to play Faceless Void. That's a good one, you know?
I mean, they may pick Void themselves still.
They could put
I guess not.
they could put fire in the Chrono now. Nobody wants to fight in
5
there.
seconds remaining.
It's okay. That's an
think,
okay idea.
The second biggest stun to go with the Ice Path is Chronosphere.
great work. The Abaddon, we've seen it already with the Shadow Fiend. Very strong combination.
I don't know if it's.
I think if there's like one more good stun.
I don't know if it's a solution necessarily. Like, it's great against Jakiro because you can remove Dual Breath and Liquid Fire and stuff like that, but against somebody like Lycan who just does overwhelming physical damage, I don't think a shield is really going to make the big difference.
Oh boy.
Wow. So Purge, refresh us on the current state of Pugna.
So basically, he was the OP hero. The new patch hit, and things are feeling a little different. And keep in mind the big changes were things like int heroes have magic resistance. So before, you could get like a huge amount of damage on Pugna, but now if you try to kill a Jakiro that's underfarmed late game, it's actually really hard because he's got this natural like 15-20% magic resistance. So that's one of the big reasons I think that Pugna's fallen off a lot is because of those kinds of changes. So I think Pugna works well here though, because you can save somebody from Lycan. You can also push very rapidly. You can decrep allies that are about to die. I think it's a good pickup here.
He'll probably be off lane, I would guess, for Ice Ice Ice.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, probably still works just fine.
I also like Kunkka against Lycan. X mark the smog. The dog runs real fast. Just pull him back to where he was. Helps buy a little bit of time. Very good support. Or core.
Yeah, true.
Yoshi Kunkka, right? That's happened before.
Spirit Breaker. Oh wow, that was quick. Darkseer Spirit Breaker combo. Could it be?
Yeah, I was thinking about Darkseer because of the Lycan combo and the split pushing thing that I was talking about. But with the SB Darkseer, that's a dual offlane right there. So now they can actually pressure whoever they want to with it.
Now, the last time, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Darkseer and a Slardar, and they didn't even play it together in the same lane.
No, that was a Darkseer. Yeah, you're right. The Slardar.
Yeah.
That's the
You're right.
CIS Gambit.
That was the problem, yeah, from Empire. Now the question is, are they going to do that here from Pain? Or are we actually, because I want to see the Spirit Breaker with an Iron Shell, you know? Got to get in there, get a little bit dirty. But we also don't know who the position one's going to be. So if you're a Mineski right now, you can either think, like, heroes that are good against Darkseer in lane tend to be like Juggernaut. I guess Ursa's like kind of okay just because you can deal with the Iron Shell quickly. You can just like kill the creep, but then you have to pick an Ursa, which isn't exactly ideal. So,
what about Troll for Pain Gaming? They've got the Spirit Breaker, so the Bash Brothers, you know, a little attack speed. Is that too greedy?
I feel like we're going to get a Void from Mineski, and then that could be, I don't know if I'd want to play Troll into that.
That's fair.
I think Troll's overkill. It's too farm reliant. It's not really that great against Pugna. It's not really that great against Shadow Fiend. I feel
that's true.
It kind of fills the same role as what Lycan does. I don't think they go for that. They could do, I mean, what are they missing? Their second, or their mid hero, I guess. So.
What about Lena? That's a lady we haven't talked about too much for Pain, but
I don't know if I want to do her against Pugna, against Kunkka. That sounds kind of dangerous.
Okay, Purge, who here is good against Pugna? Do we have any options?
Yeah, you know.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay, well, this game's over. Thank you, Mineski. Pain Gaming.
This is voted the worst hero in Dota 2 right now, I think. Bristleback.
Yep.
He shows up a lot in these pools, and I keep thinking, you know, we talk about heroes like, oh, well, if there's no counters in the pool, this hero could be good. So that's what Captain's Draft is for, but so far he hasn't really shown up, and now...
you buy Silver Edge, and the hero just flops over.
Kind of. I mean, I think the reason they're drafting him here is because they're anticipating the Spirit Breaker Darkseer, so they put this, like, and Bristle can do this, like, hybrid carry kind of thing. Put him in the safe lane, get some Bristle back, that way the Iron Shells that are hitting you as you're running away don't deal as much damage. Against a Lycan, it's kind of the same thing. Lycan can't stop you from turning until he gets like Abyssal Blade, so you just turn away from him. You can kill the Wolves quickly with Quills. Like, as a whole, they just can't deal with Bristle very well right now. Like, it's maybe not the best hero, but I think it works really well against what Pain's drafted so far.
And he can still have that snowball momentum, sort of like you're talking about in the mid-game. Oh, I heard Sunsvan from backstage grunt for that one. Wow. That's a Centaur War Runner.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So probably support Pugna then. They'll just have to be a little bit greedy.
So it's a safe lane Bristle then, it looks like.
Oh, boy.
Probably, yeah. Probably safe lane Bristle.
Last...
kind of interesting, but...
Things you don't want on a Pugna Bristle team. Boys that can beef up and run at you and kill you. Guess what Pain Gaming has? A Spirit Breaker and a Darkseer. Just about the best run at you, beat you up, and kill you combo you could possibly have. They're going to round it out with that nice Slardar pick right here.
I don't even think it's that bad, though. Like, I feel like the Kunkka kind of solves a lot of these issues. If Centaur gets a stun, there's always going to be a Torrent follow-up and maybe a boat. Like, they have a lot. They have decent disables. They have tanky frontliners between Bristle Scent and maybe SF later. And I feel like the Pugna and the Kunkka can sit at the back.
Is it a potential Necro game for Pain? It might be hard to work in, but I always think of Necro as a solution to those really beefy, like Centaur, Bristleback types.
I like what you're thinking there. Percentage-based, you know,
Yeah,
kill
exactly.
on the ultimate. Yeah.
There's no way. I don't think he lanes well against Shadow Fiend at all. Like, he would just get wrecked by Shadow Fiend in lane. Like, and he has to stand next to Shadow Fiend to even do damage.
Go
I fucking
Shroud
love
and he
doing
gets
panels
raised.
with you, Purge. It's just...
Like, there's just not a, like, look at Pain's lineup right now. They don't have enough, like, I'm going to do damage moments. And Necro comboed with that, yeah, they can get, like, 1 kill. And maybe Lycan can run people down, but they need something that's more active. I think Dragon Knight's a good, it's an okay solution. Gives them a stun. It gives them a nuke.
So we will need some predictions.
I do have an announcement to make.
Quickly.
Before
Yes.
predictions, very quickly, everybody in the audience, we are going to have Team OG coming for your signing session. They're going to be behind there. And there's going to be a panel with OG and Empire. It's going to teach you how to be a good ganker. And it will be happening in a half an hour from now. So everybody in the audience, enjoy. Those of you at home should have came.
So
Jerks.
Come tomorrow.
thank you. So predictions
on a
quickly.
plane.
Predictions. I'm going with Pain Gaming. Let's go. Run at them.
Yeah, Mineski, I think, is a safe pick here. I think their draft is mineski for sure.
Yeah, I also like the Mineski draft. I feel like the Shadow Fiend's just going to get out of control. I don't really like the option for the mid lane.
Well,
the Spirit Breaker's going to be too stretched.
You know, Pain, even if I liked your draft, I don't think I'd pick him anyway. That social media slam cut me to the quick, and I'm holding a grudge. I'm all Mineski. Let's see this thing be a 2-0. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
No offense.
Right there. They're right there.
All right, guys, we've got this game ready to start. Let's throw it over to our casters. Sunsfan and Cinder in once again.
Sunsfan and Cinder in here. We got a Centaur War Runner.
I like that that's the only thing you focus on in
That's
this
literally
game.
the only thing that
is
matters
the highlight
this
of this
game.
game for you.
I mean, we never get to see this hero anymore. You know, he has a
We
very
never
high
get to see
win rate.
Bristleback either. I guess Eternal Envy has played it
Yeah,
somewhat
but
recently.
Yeah, I cast a lot of games with Envy spamming this hero. Doesn't matter how many times they lose, they're going to pick it. Doesn't matter how hard you counter, you're going to pick Bristleback. But Centaur, on the other hand, not so much, my friend. Whose lineup do you like?
I liked what Pain were doing until they picked Dragon Knight. I don't think that was the right hero for this game. Not because he's not good for their lineup and what they want to do. Like, they have multiple heroes that want to fight, use Ion Shell, and go in and team fight and want to just go in and turn those fights into towers, which is nice. But I'm just worried that the Shadow Fiend is going to have a way too good time. Like, Dragon Knight is one of the worst heroes in lane against Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend is notorious for being this kind of hero.
We actually saw this yesterday.
Fragile.
Shadow Fiend destroying a
Yes,
DK.
he destroyed Dragon Knight. And it's just one of those heroes where when you're playing in Shadow Fiend, you generally don't like seeing him have a good time in lane. The hero's biggest weakness is his early laning stage, where you can pressure him and gank him a lot and just kill him off. And this Radiant lineup don't really have the best tools against him. And then they pick a lane matchup that is Shadow Fiend favored as their last pick. This is something you should remember. This is the 10th pick of the draft, was the Dragon Knight. They had other options. I felt like Pain had to pick Lina, even though you kind of don't want to pick it into Pugna. But you have to think more about your laning stage and just letting your lineup come together that way. Because let's say Dragon Knight is good. What if he gets destroyed in lane? Is the hero really good here? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how it goes for HPen.
Because we haven't seen that big of a sample size with Dragon Knight since the talent changes, which I think I would want to say, compared to other heroes, I don't want to say drastic, but probably changed more than the average hero.
Yes.
In terms of being able to actually change the way that you play. So the damage, of course, the Dragon Blood HP regen being at level 20 is huge.
Yeah, a lot of the time I actually see people get GPM. I don't really like that. I feel like you'd take the other skill almost always. It's, what is it, you get twice armor and HP regen, so it's, you get 12 armor and 10 HP regen from that.
I mean, if they have like a silver, I mean, obviously Silver Edge will destroy that completely. That's one big caveat with that, but.
I suppose. Can't break passive gold with Silver Edge.
Yep. What if that was the case? Boy,
that would make like no difference.
You'd lose like 50 gold though. It's pretty good.
You would lose like 10.
Just think about the economic damage that could be done.
And the mental damage.
Yes.
I am not earning money right now. So,
I mean, it's
okay,
kind of like how it works
actually,
against Alchemist, though.
let's have a look at the laning, though, because this is not what I was expecting at all. Mineski are actually going to put their Shadow Fiend in the safe lane. I don't know if they were expecting some sort of lane swapperoo from Pain Gaming to try to catch them off guard, but they've put the Shadow Fiend safe lane and put their Kunkka mid against Dragon Knight, which is also a good matchup for Kunkka. He's going to be totally fine here. But
It feels like it doesn't matter what they put. It's still a good matchup.
I think Shadow Fiend does
better,
not
though.
have that good of a time in the safe lane, though. Like, the hero itself just wants that mid lane solo XP as much as possible. As it looks right now, Moon is getting a great start, though. He got 3 CS under tower against the Darkseer, so he's going to be very happy with that. And the Spirit Breaker hasn't even shown presence yet. He's actually just hiding up here and not really doing much for now. Pada will be playing in the mid lane with the Jakiro to help out the Dragon Knight. There's a charge top. They're doing some damage, but Moon should be just fine here. And look who's here. It's the position for Centaur.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Okay. Now I'm not excited about this. Damn you. You know, this hero is actually very... I think we've had this conversation many a time, my friend, but what would you rank his stun on the list of stuns? Because I have it dead last in the entire game. As far as effectiveness. He gets it level 1.
Yep.
We'll get
Let's
to
see how ineffective it is. Really bad stun.
I mean, as a position for whatever.
Really
Rage
bad
is going to miss,
2-second
unfortunately.
stun.
Nice blocking. That's the benefit of being a fat centaur. You can block a thing or two. Good
What I'm going to do
hitboxes.
for you, I'm going to go look at the hero list, and then I'm going to find you a worse stun.
Okay, good luck. Good luck, have fun. I've looked at it many times. Mushi right now getting harassed a bit by the Jakiro / Dragon Knight, but...
All right, Earth Spirit stun level 1.
Oh, that was actually a really good hoof stomp. All right, I am being proven wrong right now as Duster's in quite a bit of pain. No pun intended. He's healing up a bit, though. The Ion Shell dealing considerable amount of damage, but see who actually comes out first. Jabs will get the first blood, and Tavo will take another blast for his trouble. So Jabs, I mean, it's effective so far, I have to say. Being this tanky position 4 that doesn't really care if he's taking damage or not.
It means so much that they are down there so long. I mean, it's one thing that this hero dies, but Tavo lost a lot of experience. Top, the Shadow Fiend is level 3 and Tavo's level 1, which should really not be happening. I think the Darkseer should be having a much better time than this. It's cost them a lot, and now they have to leave the Shadow Fiend alone. So, all in all, this laning from Mineski has worked out. I'm still wondering what the logic was. Like, why not just put the Shadow Fiend mid? Do they think he's going to get countered too hard by Jakiro or Spirit Breaker together with Dragon Knight? I think he would have actually been just fine, and they could have put Kunkka top. But it might also be something with player preference on the heroes they're playing, something like that.
Yep, could be.
Either way, it worked out well for them. So
big Kunkka fan here in the mid lane.
Charge
Will be
on
a
him.
Okay, charge. Oh,
good bash.
Nice bash. Good RNG there for Duster, but not going to be enough damage to actually take an Ice 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 in the meantime. See the Breathe Fire coming out to Mushi, mitigating a little bit of that damage. Centaur's going to TP in.
Malefice level 1 is also way worse than Centaur's stun level 1.
Malefice?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about level 1
So
stuns.
I'm
by the
playing
way.
a lot of Earth Spirit lately.
I'm talking about stuns in general.
Yeah.
They're leveled up all the way. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
think
the last max level.
Yeah, max level.
Max level spell.
Yes.
Oh, that's different. Because then Malefice is a lot better, and then the Earth Spirit stun is actually good too.
I like how you're just looking at the hero list
I mean,
and not the game.
my goal is to prove you wrong in general.
I know. Well, we actually have plenty of time now to look at the hero list, so please go through every single one for us. What do you think?
What else is a bad stun?
Troll
On
Warlord,
max level, a worse
passive.
stun than Centaur stun. How good is Centaur stun actually at max level?
It's pretty bad, let's be real. Oh, okay. Slacks is telling us that the OG signing session is now for everybody in the crowd. If you'd like to follow that big boy into the wherever area he's going to. He might end up in the bathroom, though, so be careful. Actually, not sure where the signing session is.
I would definitely
probably in the back of the.
I would definitely
area.
advise against following Slacks in general in all aspects of life.
I don't know, dude. He's got a lot of followers these days. I call him it's a cult following, though. That's the scary part, though. You know, they'll pretty much do anything he wants. All right.
Mana Void.
Are you serious?
Mana Void is a worse stun than Centaur
It's
stun.
a mini stun. That doesn't count.
It is a stun. You can't just.
Okay, that's part of the skill that's really good. Hoof Stomp, that's literally just the skill.
It also deals damage.
I hate you. Duster. All right, he's taking some damage from Ice Ice Ice, who's
Why do you hate
extremely
Duster?
tanky right now. Hoof Stomp, another pause, though. As we have 15%. Is that packet loss, perhaps?
I don't know. Guess his Spirit Breaker isn't bashing enough.
Maybe they're surprised that the Hoof Stomps have actually had 100% accuracy so far this game.
My God.
I mean, it's not the easiest spell to get off, you know. And Duster again. He's going to, oh, actually doing a lot of damage to Bristleback. They're actually going to get the kill, and Duster's going to walk away with very little HP. Jabs, he's trying to bait it, but Jabs actually gets the kill and taunts, picks up the double edge now as he's dropping a very low. And
Did
will
you see
burn
what Duster
to
was doing? He dropped and picked up his Orb of Venom twice in front of the Centaur as a taunt, and then he got killed.
That sounds normal.
But I think...
For Pain.
Okay, so I think if he didn't do it, if he just ran away, the Centaur might not actually have died to that Jakiro. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's a bit of a silver lining there. I'm sure that was good somehow.
And Tavo, level 2 right now, 4.5 minutes in the game. Only 5 CS to speak of. I mean, you talked about how Shadow Fiend obviously would have done great in the mid lane, but I mean, he's doing amazingly in the top lane, in the safe lane right now.
Absolutely. It's good farm. But you
And
need
the
to also...
nice block, Tavo. Oh, the raise connects for Moon. And that's another kill going the way of Mineski.
Got to look at the other side, though, as well. HFN is having a good time mid. I think the Dragon Knight is having a much better time than he would have against Shadow Fiend. He's actually beating out Mushi decently here, ahead by 7 CS currently.
But Jabs is coming. The level 2 Centaur is ready to go.
Mushi just X'd himself for some reason.
I'm sure it has something to do with the 15%.
He's animation canceling taunts, but he actually did cast it, and HFN figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, HFN's going to be a very tough kill now, level 4.
He's simply out-leveled, actually. Why is Mushi so far ahead on XP? I guess Jakiro came in and took a bit
Jakiro's been there for
too
quite a
much.
while. Yeah. I mean, Jakiro's level 3, so it does make sense.
Mushi's almost a full level ahead with the same amount of denies, more or less, as Dragon Knight. But it's fine.
Oh, we have a charge onto Mushi. HFN is there as well with the Breathe Fire. We have TP support from the level 2 Centaur who's going to cancel it, actually. X marks the spot into Torrent. And Mushi's like, hey, I don't really need help. It's 1v3. I'm good to go.
Some decent pressure. They get the TP cancel, like you said, so at least some sort of response being forced.
Oh, Tavo. They see him. Shrine has been used. Hoof Stomp is there. Double Edge Nether Blast as well. Charge comes in, though. Might be able to be enough to save Tavo's life. Another right click comes in. Looks like they might get through. Jabs taunting his way up the cliff. He will fall to the Jakiro. So perhaps a little overextension, a little overconfidence.
I don't think they had a way out of that. He just kept running because
he had to commit.
Yeah, if he turns around, he's also going to die. I think he was already, the moment he's slowed by Jakiro there and Spirit Breaker's behind him, he will die. Spirit Breaker's boots and Orb of Venom. That's not getting away from that. But it's still going extremely well for Mineski overall on the laning stage. The main thing to point out is how bad of a time Darkseer is having. He's level 3, minute 6, and the offlane Bristleback is level 6 on Mineski. That's such a big difference.
Oh boy, we got the X into the Shark with Moon's Shadow Rays. That is more than enough damage to take out the Dragon Knight.
Really high magic damage burst on this Dire lineup, together with Decrepify. They have some nice amplification synergy with, they have the minus armor from Goo together with Shadow Fiend Aura, and then they have the minus magic resistance with Decrepify.
And then they have Hoof Stomp.
And then they have Hoof Stomp, which both deals damage and stuns.
Thank you.
Really good.
Well, HFN still only level 5 right now, so trying to get to that very important level 6 to be able to pressure the tower. Mushi doing the old X marks the spot trick. Back to base.
Easy refill on the bottle.
Easy, easy peasy. What do you think about the change to no bottle crowing?
I think it's...
How has it impacted the game, in your opinion, since you're a big mid laner?
Yeah, mid is my favorite lane. I love mid.
Hey, you started mid, though. Night Stalker mid back in the day.
That's back when mid lane was fun to play. It's been a couple
now
of years.
Now you have to be good to play. Is that what you're saying?
Mid is not what it used to be, man. Mid is a tri-lane.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Oh, HFN. X marks the spot. Another Shark coming in. It's going to connect. Do they have enough damage? Hoof Stomp is there with the double edge. It's a lot of magic damage, but...
Bit of a mess up there from Ninja Boogie. He decrepified a creep. That's why HFN survived. That was a bit of a mistake. He was standing in the middle of the creep wave. It's not... It happens. Sometimes you just mess up.
All right, there's the Dragon form popped. Relatively low HP, but not really expecting anybody to come in. Duster, though, level 3 on Spirit Breaker. Hoof Stomp being faked. The Goo should slow him down enough. Nope. Good charge out, and the Spirit Breaker will live to see another day.
See, now you can't even make the case that it's a bad stun, because he didn't even use it, so you don't get to see it. That is definitely an argument.
I don't know where you're going with this, buddy.
It's a really bad argument. I was sure you could appreciate that. That's how you generally think.
I hate you so much. Dragon Knight right now. A little bit of damage to Mushi, but not really much damage to the tower as of yet for this Dragon Knight in the first Dragon form.
And you know who's being quiet all this time? Lycan is actually...
I literally forgot there was a Lycan.
We haven't even talked about him. He's been in the safe lane just farming. He's breaking even with the Bristleback with his 1-2-4 build. He has a Helm of the Dominator. This is a build that has been popularized lately as we miss a kill mid. Did we see it? Oh, JJ. That's our observer. Ooh. Might as well have you do it, actually. It's like no difference. I told you. It doesn't matter.
Poor JJ.
But Helm of the Dominator has been popularized lately on Lycan. You get Helm of the Dominator, and you have the Feral Impulse, so your creep is actually a lot stronger. and then you go into mostly Treads and Necronomicon, and then you hit this extreme timing where all of your Necronomicon units and your Helm of the Dominator creep have the haste of your ulti, they have the Feral Impulse, and you're just extremely powerful for like 10 minutes. And if you use that timing well, you get Roche, you get Towers.
What happens after the 10 minutes, though, is the question.
Lycan has a tendency
Darkseer gets X'd after using Search. He's decrepified right now. You have to think this is going to be an easy kill if he can get Hoofstomp up with a nice stun. Charge coming through as well. There's the wall from Darkseer. Hoofstomp connects onto one. And there's a slow from the wall onto jabs, and he's going to walk away with that illusion. Meanwhile, in mid lane, looks like Moon trying to get off his Requiem of Souls. He does so. It's going to mitigate a little bit of damage from King RD, but he will drop nonetheless. The Death Requiem not enough to get a kill for himself. X marks the spot in the top lane with the Breathe Fire, but he is completely surrounded. This should be enough for the kill with another couple right clicks, but Charge again. Duster has been on point with this Spirit Breaker. It might cost him his life, but well worth it.
Damn, he did.
In fact, he's going to walk away. He's a big fat cow. He's good to go.
Yep. All right, so, well, Dragon Knight's first Dragon form did not get him a tower, and he's currently level 6. He made that rotation to top, and they moved the Lycan into mid to kill Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend level 10, and Dragon Knight level 6 currently, so a big discrepancy between the two. Obviously, Kunkka, I guess, is the one we should compare him to. He's almost level 8. He was playing in Dragon Knight mid. He's going in
deep. He's taking a lot of damage from that tier 1.
okay.
HFN pops his ult.
Oh,
Ninja Boogie? Okay,
yeah.
well, that Spirit Breaker is just dead.
Spirit
Fortification. Ninja Boogie on the run.
Love me some ghost cookies.
He's going to go down to the dot of HFN. Moon in the meantime, it's a 1v1 battle. He's going to miss the second raise. HFN keeping close, knowing that that's on cooldown right now. In the meantime, looks like Mushi chasing this poor Darkseer. The X connects, another right click will do the job. HFN in the meantime, double edges there, and one last raise from Moon with that reinforcements coming in is enough.
That's such an awkward moment to play Dragon Knight in. You go in melee with the Shadow Fiend so he can't raise you, but you can't really get away. You stand in melee for as long as possible, the Centaur runs up and stuns you, and then you have to disengage and you get killed by the longer raises. He didn't really have any way out of that.
Look at Ice Ice Ice. Oh yeah, that must feel really good, taking out these stacks just by hitting W. Good clean hero. What's the build on? Are you just going to go tank this game like Vanguard? Is Hood necessary? There's a decent amount of magic, but not an exorbitant amount.
I think it's a really good Crimson Guard game. It's a very nice item against Lycan, especially when you go Helm of the Dominator. This is even an additional unit you can deal with the Crimson. I would like to see him go that. I think when you go Vanguard like this, you more often than not want to upgrade it. Like Vanguard itself is not that popular of an item. Most of the time we see it purchased, it is with the Crimson Guard in mind. But we'll see what Ice does. Like you said, I mean, it's not a bad pipe game either. I think, you know, it's decent against Dragon Knight, the Iron Shells, Hero. But more importantly, I think at this point you itemize against Lycan, because if you look at the flow of the game, King RD is the one hero that can win this game for Pain right now. Nobody else on the Radiant is having a good game, and he's level 11.
Oh, we're seeing the shenanigans come to play now. Dragon Tail comes out, so no Nether Blast for that tower. Trying to finish that bad boy off is Mineski. And HFN defending with his life. How much damage done to the tier 1 mid for Pain here? Okay, half HP right now.
I think they want a Dragon Form connect here, ideally. Use the Lycan. He's very strong. He went Solar Crest, actually, on Lycan, so they can empower their Dragon Knight a lot more.
All right, we're going to have TP support here. HFN already popped the ult. X marks the spot into the Shark. Oh my god, that is so much damage with the Decrepify. And here comes Mushi with the right clicks. This should be more than enough as HFN is completely surrounded. Ice 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 taking that kill. It's a 1-for-1 though. Pugna did fall. Looks like Ice 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 is going to continue to pressure Duster with the Nether Blast onto Mushi. Doesn't look like anything's going to come of that Ice Blast though. As Duster coming in with the charge, trying to mitigate as much damage as he can onto Tabo, who gets off his Surge and will live as a result of the sacrifice of that fat cow. Meanwhile, King RD, level 11, Shapeshift is no longer there, so Hoofstomp connects. Mushi not really dealing that much damage right now, but here comes Shadow Fiend with a double raise. And that's a 3-for-1, I believe.
It makes you wonder how that fight would have gone for Pain if they were all in position when they started that siege. I feel like Dragon Knight jumped the gun a bit on just running in with Dragon Form, and they just immediately went on him. His team wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
Like, Lycan had to come in from the side, the Darkseer wasn't in position. And I like the play from Pain. I just think they need to be a little bit more crisp with their team execution. And Mineski are just playing fast.
Tabo is just killing himself with this Nether Ward right now. Another raise should do the job of the right click. In fact, there'll be 2 raises on top of that. Moon really on target this game. Duster is in the trees. They know he's there. Oh, is he going to take this? Okay, if that was me, I would have taken that.
You want to take the cloak? Sure. Yeah, I would have taken the cloak.
Sure. Maybe he thought it was an Iron Branch. He didn't have enough time to click it.
It's like, how much do you value your life? It's an 1100 gold swing. I mean, technically not. You can't use the cloak, right? So it's 550.
Yeah. it's worth. If he had another chance, he would have done it for sure.
Well, we've got a really, really big gold lead for Mineski again, just like in Game 1. And I feel in a way we have the same thing that needs to come from this Pain Gaming lineup. They need to play more as a team, play faster together. Whereas Mineski, you can just tell that they're more confident in their moves. They're just playing quicker, they're playing off each other, going with the right amount of heroes into place, playing fast. And just securing these kills essentially by using X-Mark. It's been the primary ability of the game for them so far. This Mushi mid Kunkka has had a very high impact.
Oh boy. Moon
Jabs
is invisible right now.
Dead.
King RD. Oh, looks like bottom lane we're going to find a kill though. Centaur does die. But Moon with the Record of Souls is going to do a lot of damage. It's half HP. King RD trying to get away, but the double raise again from Moon, aka Nana. He absolutely destroys the position more than Lycan for Pain.
It hurts twice as bad on Lycan to die when you use your ulti as well.
Yeah,
it won't happen when he comes back.
X marks into the ghost ship again. This Dragon Knight is being controlled left, right, and center. Attempting to TP out. It's going to be close.
Oh,
he gets out just in the nick of time. But the interesting thing about this Pain Gaming lineup, we talked about yesterday as well, it's a similar lineup with Jakiro, Dragon Knight, and taking down towers. They only have one right now in the top lane.
Yeah,
and in the meantime, you have Lycan and Dragon Knight, both kind of transformation heroes. That's a big timing window for Mineski just in general to work around.
Absolutely.
And we've seen a lot of these ults being used to no effect.
Yes, you have to use the Dragon form to deal structural damage. You have to come together as a team and use it, or if you pick Jakiro, you technically could just use Jakiro to do it and not pick Dragon Knight, but they did choose to go for the Dragon Knight, and I feel like it's kind of not really had that high of an impact this game. I know HFN plays a lot of the very individualistic, strong mid laners, so I think Lina was definitely on the table, but I think he didn't want to play it because of the Pugna alone. Like, Netherward is obviously super annoying to deal with, but looking at the big picture, I think Lina would have won this lane against Kunkka, for example, and maybe been able to take this tower that they haven't done yet. They still have the other solutions, so anyway, that's in the past. They need to make the Dragon Knight that they have work right now, and he is moving up toward top, so I'd like to see the rest of them connect with him somehow, either with the smoke or just movement, and then play on him with the Lycan.
More than anything, I'm just surprised that the Darkseer has very little farm at this point.
Yes.
Obviously, the X is a huge counter to the hero. I think we've only seen him get initiated on once or twice at the most.
1, 2,
Speaking
3.
of him, yep. He went for the Spell Amp talent onto Shadow Fiend as well at level 10, along with the 40 move speed, so.
Pretty standard stuff.
Are we going to be seeing any... So he did go Shadow Blade, obviously we've seen that a couple times now. He's actually going straight Silver Edge, it seems. Oh, okay, Dragon Knight, that makes sense. We talked about this already. So at level 20, if he ever gets there, you're not taking that. I think you just don't take that talent, right? If somebody has the Silver Edge?
On Dragon Knight?
Yeah. Like, let's say you really want to go it, but they have a Silver Edge. You just don't pick it, right?
It's debatable. It depends what you itemize, right? You have a BKB, you can do something about it. I don't know. I feel like it's such a strong talent regardless. Oh, mid lane, they're going to charge. They're using Lycan ulti as well. They need to get this kill. They've committed so much.
It's not a whole lot of damage. Stampede is popping. They're just turning the tables now. HFN is here as well. In fact, Ice is just completely surrounded, but he's feeling very healthy for the time being. Here comes the boat. It's going to mitigate a lot of damage for Ice as well. Gets charged again. Still living through this engagement with that Vanguard hood. And there's the Shadow Fiend with a huge Requiem of Souls. HFN gets X back into place, and it looks like that last raise will finish him off. It's a 2-for-0. All of that expended on Ice, and he still somehow lives.
Most of the time you don't want to go on Bristleback like that unless you have specific counters, and they don't really have very good counters to Bristle. They have the Solar Crest of King RD, which they use, but it just wasn't enough, and it just goes to show how far Mineski really are ahead on gold. Like I was saying, when you use this much of the Bristleback, you better get something out of it. I don't think they should have gone on him in the first place, but when you're committed, and then you try to get that kill. But Ice kited them around pretty nicely there, made sure to turn his back effectively, used his hood, and they couldn't take him down. And they had multiple kills from Mineski, plus a tier 2. I would imagine they have Ice on Roshan very soon with what level is Goo? It's level 3 Nasal Goo. It's pretty good against Roche. It's Shadow Fiend Aura. Shouldn't be too difficult. And of course, a big factor in that fight that we didn't really talk about much in this game at all, Stampede. I feel like hasn't really been used all game, but in that fight, good for getting Ice out of trouble.
X-Boat again, half HP. There's the, okay, Moon's just going to come in, right-click, casual, Shadow Blade, no big deal. Easy kill again. 13K lead for Mineski at 18 minutes. This feels even more of a lead than last game, I believe.
Yes, I think so. And it really...
And the problem with this is Dragon Knight in general is just hard to come back on this hero if you get a rough start. How does Lycan fare in situations like this, generally speaking? Depends on how other lanes are doing. You can still come back, or?
Yeah, it's like Lycan is a strange hero in that way because you transform and you use all your stuff and you're strong relative to the game state. That's why when Lycan is ahead, he feels like a monster sometimes, and when Lycan is behind, he can be on par by using all his stuff. But generally, when I play from ahead, but the problem is he has no one to turn to in this game, right? There's nobody else that's gonna carry Lycan out of this trouble. Dragon Knight is very underfarmed. Darkseer just got a 20-minute mech mana boots, which is very low farm for that hero. The supports are essentially 2 position 5s this game. Both Spirit Breaker and Jakiro have no items. There's just nobody that can really bring this together, except they have to set up Lycan to kill heroes. And I'm afraid, again, similar to last game, the window of opportunity is just closing, or has closed already. There was this time earlier in this game, King RD's level 11, he has Solar Crest and a Helm of the Dominator. That's when you have to take a fight around the Roche Pit or get multiple Iron Shields running and just run at them and take a fight. But they lost, the moment they lost that Dragon Knight in front of the tier 1 tower mid, I felt like they lost so much momentum. That was their time that they should have got a good fight, and they just got shut down really hard.
And Mineski with the smoke gank attempt right now. Don't think they're going to catch anybody right now. Of course, we're talking about how far behind Pain Gaming are, but one spell on their team benefits from that, and that is the wall. The stronger your enemy, the stronger your spell, in theory.
Well, you don't need to be behind, though.
I know. I'm really trying here, buddy.
Yeah.
Another issue is Tavo is just so underfarmed. He's still going for these tanky items that you typically see done at this point of the game, I would say, in normal. I mean, he really needs a blink deck. He needs some way to initiate to be able to get these vac walls off.
I think he has to go blink. I don't think this hood or pipe is going to do anything.
Okay, the Raccoon comes out. Not that much damage, actually.
Stampede.
Does mitigate a lot, though. Now, Stampede putting him in pretty good position. Nether Strike coming out. Looks like Jabs can take the brunt of that damage. But here comes the Shark. 2 dead right off the bat for Pain Gaming. And Centaur somehow lives through this engagement. And Pada looks to be next on the list, as that is going to be 3 dead in the blink of an eye for Pain Gaming. And this should be a free Roche, if not more.
They could go down mid if they wanted to. Shadowfiend is very healthy, and they have Pugna as well. HFN is X-marked. He's going to get torrented. He's standing still. Yep. Eating a tree.
Yeah, we've seen this time and time again.
Jabs is taunting.
Who gets the kill? Let's make some bets. It's going to be... Okay, I wasn't going to say anything.
I feel like this game hasn't been the best case for you about Centaur stun being pretty bad. Jabs has been landing some really good stuns this game. Maybe it's the player, not the stun, Shannon. Maybe Jabs is just really good.
You still haven't given me a stun that's worse as the main skill.
Mana Void?
Shut your mouth. There's going to be a free Rax here from Mineski. As, remember, this is the best of 3. This is game 2, so single elimination for the playoffs. So if Pain Gaming do indeed lose this game, they are out of the tournament. They will be the first to go home. In fact, there will be 3 going home today.
And as we should remember, just based on this matchup as well, Mineski were, of course, top of their group.
Right.
Clearly showing themselves to be one of the favorites to winning this whole thing. They were very strong in their group, showing against both VG Gaming and Secret. And they're making pretty quick work of Pain Gaming in these 2 games so far. Have just looked completely on another level. So looking forward, unless Pain Gaming somehow managed to pull an incredible, miraculous comeback in this game, you've got to think about the later matchup that Mineski would be playing would be against the winners of EG and Secret.
Yeah, that's quite the matchup.
They're obviously watching this match, and I wonder if they're learning anything about Mineski. This is like some patterns that are showing in their drafting or in laning.
Oh, Blink Dagger used by HFM, but he's going to get surrounded again. BKB popped by Moon. Raises will connect. 2 out of 3, in fact. Decrepify comes out. And Dragon Knight is just in the middle of hell, it seems. Already popped his ult, of course, so even if he had buyback, wouldn't be able much.
Great stun with the awful Centaur stun.
I mean, they're 23.
So bad stun.
23k lead, Cinder. Come on, buddy. Let's be real here.
He's had good stuns all game.
That's true.
Let's be real.
He has played well.
Imagine in all of those. Okay, let me tell you. In every move he made with Hook Stomp, if that was Mana Void, it would have had way less impact.
If they don't have any mana, maybe not. He could just get the kill straight up by himself.
I mean, who do you Mana Void this game? Darkseer is like the only hero that has any substantial mana pool.
Jakiro, kind of.
Sure.
Okay. Moon and company going to be taking out this.
Imagine every move he made that he had the relative same level of stun at the time. So he had level 1 Centaur stun. If he had level 1 Earth Spirit stun instead, he would have made no kills with it.
We're not talking about level 1. Stop getting back off track here. No one's interested in level 1 stun. Nobody brought it up. You literally just made that up and tried to go with your argument that way.
HFN, sentry's down. He's standing still currently. Pondering.
Please cast them standing still.
King RD running at Bristle. They're trying to deal damage. Not going too well.
Yeah.
They've done about 50
Yeah, this is rough.
out of 2,000. So just got to keep going for 40 seconds. They'll get him.
Eventually, I mean, at this point, Pain just has to reside in their fountain, I believe. There's no way they can come out without dropping to the deck.
I think at this point, outside of some sort of tech issue, their chances of winning this game are coming to an end. Requiem of Soul's Celebratory from Moon.
GG's come out. Mineski. So with this win, they become top 4, so they're already getting DPC points. Or that's actually a...
That is correct.
I shouldn't say DPC. Or points is already in there. It's DPC. DCP? Dota Circuit points? DCP.
Dota isn't Dota
It
Pro
sounds
Circuit
like-
points.
it sounds like a drug.
DPC Dota Pro Circuit.
Okay, well...
So you said DPC points. You did it right.
Okay, DPC
And then you
points.
corrected yourself. Now you just look stupid.
No, I'd never look stupid. How dare you?
All right.
So Mineski, they win in convincing fashion and will be going to the top 4 to face the winner of EG and Team Secret. And Pain Gaming, unfortunately, will be the first to fall here at Captain's Draft 4.0 Minor, presented by EventsDC. You ready?
He wants to play rock, paper, scissors
I need
again.
to get revenge.
I won.
So I have to say
Well
this
played.
beforehand. 50-50s with me, I always get them wrong.
It was
Let's
a
go.
best of 1.
Best of a million.
It
How many
was
casts
a
we
best
do?
of 1.
Let's go. If you don't participate, you lose.
Okay.
Everybody has that on camera. 1, 2, 3. All right. We'll see you guys soon.